It's fine. It's already gone. Done and gone.
All right, we're recording now.
Okay, buddy.
All right, welcome to Tina and Karen Do the Tube. I am Karen, and Tina is a
I
lazy.
am not Tina. This is Phil
Yeah,
this week.
Phyllis. Tina's a lazy piece of shit who won't return my texts.
What a piece of shit.
Okay, full disclosure, we have been both drinking quite a bit.
Oh, no. We've been like majorly drinking. I mean, like this is like my fourth drink.
Yeah, but not me. I'm on my third drink. Well,
Oh, okay. What are you drinking? This like fine evening?
I am drinking a Cuba Libre.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically just a rum and coke.
Is that some like?
It's no. That's
It's like.
hold on. That's what they call it down in Latin America. Everywhere you go, they call it a Cuba Libre. And
Can you explain to me where you're living?
it doesn't matter where I'm living. It's like,
I think it does.
no, it doesn't, because when you add the
pretty
lime, it becomes a Cuba Libre. I've had a
Oh,
regular rum and coke,
okay.
and it's boring, but you add some lime, and it's kick-ass.
I see. So like because you're like tall down there and you're not tall up here, you're still gonna be tall down there even though you're up here.
I was very fucking tall down there. It was scary. I mean, it's kind of weird. If you ever get the chance to go to a country like Ecuador,
Yeah.
like I've been, you will like be like, well, like you'll just stand out. Everyone will
Oh,
be
I see.
staring at you. All the kids will be like, eyes gawked on you the whole time.
And that's like beyond like what's happening here because like that's pretty like much every day.
People gawk at you.
5 or 6 drinks in.
What? What are you doing that's making people gawk at you?
It's my secret, my man.
I don't think it's a secret if people are gawking. All right.
Let's just say.
All right. I don't want to hear the full secret, so let's just
Okay.
move on. What I was planning on discussing with Tina tonight was about some of the best. Fuck. I'm gonna have to edit this part out. He's my
Yeah, fucking
dinner.
like get your like like little bitch like alarm there.
I am going to get my dinner ready. I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm gonna basically be eating my dinner while I do this podcast.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
go ahead.
Hold on.
Be a real human being and eat your food. What do I care? You should drink it like everybody else. All right. Now, what are we hearing in the background here? It sounds dangerous. Oh, we're taking our merry time.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Hello.
Yeah. Here.
All right. Okay, I got my paper towels ready. This is gonna be a messy evening. Since my wife is out of town, out of the home this weekend, I decided to have a grease fire.
Oh, that's great. Like like makes the house smell like like fresh.
Oh no, it's actually really lovely. It's really because like my wife has been on a bit of a. I refer to her as my wife on the podcast because I don't like outing myself.
Wait a second.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
hold on. I'm not. She's my beard. Let it go. But I haven't had hot wings in a long time because my wife has been on a health kick lately, and she won't eat hot wings. She'll have
I
some
see.
junk food, but she says hot wings especially is just all fat and no substance. There's nothing to it other than just the chicken fat, which is delicious.
So are these hot wings from a certain place? Like for instance, like you're gonna have hot wings and like have a sort of 7-Eleven like after kicker or whatever.
No. I make my own hot wings. It's really a simple recipe. Just a stick of butter and some hot sauce.
And chicken, right?
I forgot that part.
Oh, my bat wings then.
You deep fry. Okay, what you do is you bread the stick of butter, and then you deep
Yeah,
fry that, and then you put hot
yeah,
sauce on that.
yeah.
That's my chicken wings.
Some bat.
It's delicious. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're gonna bring that up. No, we're not talking about the coof because that can get us banned. All right.
Not the coov.
Yeah, not the coof.
No
All
coov
right.
bat wings.
No, actually, this actually segues into our main topic of the night because
Okay.
last time I had this hot wings, me and my wife watched a really crappy horror movie called Midsummer. Have you seen it?
I have not seen Midsummer. No.
It's not terrible. It's just pointless.
Well, I mean, is there like no better like horror movie than Pointless? I
Well,
mean, like,
no.
what do you want? Like, you want nightmares?
No. What I mean by pointless is that the movie made no sense. It's done in a very quality way, acted well, written well, cinematography, what the fuck. But there's no point to it. It's just weird for the sake of weird. So,
Okay.
and
Well, I can like. that
maybe you're into
differs
that.
from Okay. What's that question?
No, maybe you're into that. Maybe you just like movies not making any sense. They're just supposed to throw a shit ton of questions out there, and you're just supposed to. What the hell does that mean? What was that?
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
So I finished a B movie tonight, and I watched and completed an entire other B movie tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What'd you watch?
So finishing like a couple days ago, started for the second time in my life, Evil Dead 2. Okay. So the point of Evil Dead 2 was was Army of Darkness.
No, it set it up perfectly.
Well, so like when you're talking about like setting like for nothing, like for no reason, like having a movie, isn't it the same as Evil Dead 2? I mean, even though like I know Sam Raimi was thinking of maybe Army of Darkness, like we didn't know that.
I'm eating my dinner, so you have to assume that sometimes it might be hard for me to respond right away. But anyway.
Many times.
Okay, so Evil Dead 2 has an interesting backstory that I will share the listener
Yep,
in
please
on.
do.
Okay.
You're gonna have to.
So the reason, so if you watch Evil Dead 2, one of the weird parts is why does Ash go back to the cabin? So in the first Evil
From
Dead,
when, like what? From when he kills his like girlfriend in the beginning?
yeah, so like because like he's driving out to the cabin, but if
Yeah.
you've seen Evil Dead 1, Ash has already been to that cabin, so why the hell would he ever go back?
Well,
And-
like that was never brought up.
Yeah, no, it's not brought up because here's the true story why they did it that way.
All right, tell me.
Sam Raimi had lost the rights to the original Evil Dead movie.
Really?
So when he made Evil Dead 2, he had to retell the story of Evil Dead 1 in like a 10-minute segment. So the first 10 minutes of Evil Dead 2 is his fast cap recap of the first Evil Dead movie.
That girlfriend did not seem that important.
No, because like she was just there to prove that like Ash had been there before. Not that he'd been there before, but he had some vested interest in this. I don't know.
The Necronomicon, like whatever like he finds out there in that cabin in the woods. Yes.
Yeah. I'm disappointed a little bit in maybe you can share some sympathy for me because my wife is totally not into crappy B-movie horror movies.
Wait, okay. Like, did you say you're not or your wife's not?
My wife's not. I would love to share that passion with
no.
her. It would be totally amazing if we could share that.
That's the only kind of horror movie. And like, what other kind of horror movie is not crappy? Like,
She likes legitimate horror movies, and
that's
there's
that's not crappy B horror movies.
I know, but the problem with legitimate horror movies is that they're so
Yeah.
far in between. Like, there's not that many good ones. Most of them are shit, and not
Right.
shit in a good way.
No.
Because like there are B movies out there that know they're shit and they embrace that they're shit.
Well, okay, so there's camp, right?
Yes.
So we have to like figure out the genre. There's horror movie as a genre, and then there's horror movie as subgenre. One is camp. Camp is fun. So like name some camp horror movies like that you know.
Okay. Actually, it's good that we bring this up because I made a list.
Great.
And this was going to be. Sorry. Since this podcast was going to be with my usual co-host Tina.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen these.
I've listened to one of yours since I last recorded with you, so it's
Okay.
been a while.
All right, but anyways, like some of these you may be familiar with, some of them you may not, and I recommend you watch all of them. The
Oh
first
yeah.
of which, this one's probably the most famous. Not that I'd call it famous, but it's a film called Rubber. Have you heard of it?
I have not heard of Rubber.
Okay, Rubber is a movie about a car tire that comes to life and has psychic powers and it kills people.
Okay.
It literally blows up their heads. Like it uses its psychic powers to blow up people's heads.
That's like all we need to know, right? Like what else is there to Rubber?
There's really nothing else to the movie. I watched the movie and it's the funny part is it's so abstract. They know that they're making this crap movie. Like the whole movie starts with this monologue about like the narrator saying like why he's like in the movie E.T. why was the alien brown? No fucking reason.
Well, that's totally true. Like, why was E.T. brown? Like, E.T. could have been purple. Who cares?
Exactly. That was the point. So that's the message of the movie. Is like, why does stuff happen in some movies? No fucking reason.
Sure.
They just decided.
Yeah.
This is what. Why did a tire come to life and start killing people? No fucking reason.
Like Christine. You ever seen Christine?
I haven't seen Christine, but doesn't Christine have a motive?
Man.
Like,
What?
no, Christine has a motive though. She loves the driver, the owner.
Yeah, but like, why does it even start? Like, that doesn't matter. Like, the motive doesn't matter. Like, the fact that the car comes to life matters. Like, and it's no bigger of a deal than like a tire killing somebody. It's like a car.
No,
killing
no, no,
somebody.
no. Because Christine loved her owner. That's at least something of a motive. Rubber had no fucking motive.
Well, see, that's not the like the way the book read, the way the movie read was that the car possessed the owner to love it. So, what's the difference? It's not like the lover loved it first. It's like the car possessed it. So there's
I guess
the rub.
that I guess that no. I guess that the only difference is that like Stephen King gave an effort in trying to explain things. Rubber doesn't. It doesn't fucking care that it's about a tire that kills people with psychic powers. There's no explanation given, and quite honestly, that's what I enjoy about it. It's just such a random movie. It just kills people as it goes along, and the movie in total makes no sense. It falls in love with a woman and stalks her, and then eventually kills her, I believe, because she won't love it back. Is my impression of what happened.
Well, have you ever seen Ice Cream Man?
I have not.
Okay.
Please explain.
Do you know Ron Howard?
Yeah, the kid from Happy Days.
Well, do you know what else Ron Howard has accomplished in his lifetime?
Not one fucking thing. I don't know. Apollo 13's good.
Apollo 13 was pretty good. But, like he also did little things like Arrested Development. Yeah.
Okay.
Things like that.
He is great in that. He's the so I love Arrested Development. That one of the most.
He's the unassigned narrator.
Next to really? Next to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, probably the most underrated comedy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I only bring up It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because that show's been on the air for like 15 years and it's never once been nominated for an Emmy. But I don't think I don't think they care. They fucking don't care.
You know what? Like honestly, like any person that like is a fan of that show doesn't care.
No, they don't.
It's just funny. And like that's it.
No, I know.
What else is there to it?
You don't do it for the awards. I get it. But like I think they did an episode where they like they satired the fact that they had never been nominated for an award. I think it was like something like the gang tries desperately to win an award. One of the best episodes, by the way, because it's so meta. They acknowledge every reason why they're not loved, and they make fun of all the comedy sitcoms that are loved, and they actively spit on the critics.
Ridiculous.
I know. It's actually hilarious. I love it.
So the reason I bring up Ron Howard is like his brother made one of the worst B movies I've ever seen. And I'm not talking about Apollo 13 because he was in that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he went. Ron Howard's brother is one of the technicians in like, I don't know. I guess what do you call it? Like, well, in the room, like in the room where all the decisions were made, in like Houston.
I guess just
right.
Just a NASA engineer.
Sure.
So,
he was like the worst like movie I've ever seen. Like. Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man.
It's called Ice Cream Man. Yes. If you want to look it up on I don't know, Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 44% audience score. There is no score for any critics. because it never made it to mainstream. It like I think it was direct to video like all the way. Um,
That's very typical, actually. Well,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
44% audience rating. That's pretty fucking high for a movie that, like, I imagine it gets
Are
zero.
you joking? No, no, no,
No?
no, 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 no. No, that's 44%. Like, it's not something that's selling me. Like, we're gonna have to talk about ratings because I don't think 44% sells me on a B movie. I just watched just an hour ago Slither. Go ahead and look up Slither on Rotten Tomatoes, and you tell me like what is the percentage that Slither got from the audience?
Okay, hold on. I'm
I
bringing
am
that up. I'm
holding.
bringing that up.
We're
Sorry,
gonna
my
do this in
computer.
real time because
Yeah, my computer's a little slow. All right, we got
yeah,
Slither, 2006 horror film, critic consensus,
correct.
a slimy B movie homage, oozing with affection for low budget horror films. Slither is creepy and funny if you've got that stomach for it.
I've definitely
86
got the sound for it.
86% tomato reading, 63% audience reading.
Okay, well we're about like 20, well about 19% above Ice Cream Man so far, just with audience.
Okay.
There is no critic consensus.
So what are you saying? Was Slither good to you or not?
I'll tell you what, Slither was a lot of fun. For the 90 minutes that it ran, Slither was it's pretty good. Like but honestly, like when you're done with it, I don't know. Slither wasn't. If you have an ice cream cone in the middle of the movie, it might have been vanilla.
Mm. Vanilla gets a lot of shit because it's seen as the base flavor, but I love vanilla.
I mean, I love vanilla, but there's nothing like spectacular. Like where was the sparkles? Like where was?
Okay, I'm gonna speak from authority here, but I used to work at like a kind of a cafeteria, and we used to use something called shake base, which was literally flavorless ice cream. Okay, and we add the flavor afterwards. So that to me it wasn't even had the vanilla flavor. It was just flavorless ice cream. So like, yeah, you were getting like real. I mean, like a lot of people complained after years of like using the shake base because it was cheaper. We actually started using real ice cream. But
that would have made sense.
Believe it.
Well, let me tell you, like I worked for 2 years at a movie theater, and we would make our popcorn with the typical like oil and powder flavoring that'd go into it. And every once in a while, someone would want the quote unquote butter, which we call liquid death.
Okay,
so we'd ask them like, "Would you like liquid death with that?" And they'd say yes, and we'd give them liquid death.
And they would,
they
wouldn't
happy.
question it. Please tell me.
No, they were happy fat people, and they'd go see their movie and die.
Oh my god. Okay, so I just recently dropped my wife off in Seattle with her friend from Alabama, who is also from out of the country. And the two things, one of the few things that they really wanted to highlight about American life was the people on scooters hanging around in grocery stores. like I as a proud American, I have to look at that and just like shake my head like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with us? How lazy are we that we can't even walk through a fucking grocery store? God damn.
What are you talking about? The fat asses on the electric scooters, because they have diabetes and their like feet have fallen off at this point.
How can you not just like be really upset by seeing that sort of thing? Like, it bothers me. And granted, I'm not the most in shape guy, but I make an effort. Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Why can't they put an effort in? No, I'm going to accept that I'm a fat fuck, and I'm just going to basically, you have to accommodate me, and I'm going to drive a little scooter. Oh, my God. That is something that's uniquely American, though. That's fucking terrible, though.
I think that's uniquely, like, sub-American. Like, that's a subculture in America. I don't subscribe to that American culture.
You could choose to say I wash my hands of the situation, but it's still part of the culture. So fuck you.
I know. Fuck all those people in their fucking like electric fucking chairs, the motherfuckers.
We can say fuck them all they want, but the part is it's still part of your culture. So stop. Like you're trying to distance yourself from like you're not a part of it. You're part of it.
But that's the best thing about this American culture. You can distance yourself from anything. Like
No, it's a
build it yourself. It's like a choose your own adventure. You know.
no.
That's like
It's
that's why
all
we vote
about
every 4 years, right?
American culture is all about excess. So
Oh, come
I
on.
recently gave away my couch that like was a secondhand couch that I got for free, and my wife
Was that my couch? Was that the couch I gave you?
what couch did
Was
you
that the
get?
one I put on the corner and you picked up surreptitiously?
I've taken a lot
Just
of
so I
couches
didn't
off
know?
the street, but never from you.
Okay. That
Okay.
makes sense. Okay.
Why are you
No big deal.
upset about that
I
either?
accept
Because
the
if you put a
apology.
couch on a curb, everyone knows what that means.
Yeah, I'm body lice. Like, are you gonna body lice shame me? Come on, like, this is like no like platform to body lice shame your friends and family.
Okay, first off, not friends, not family. Mutual hatred.
Okay, yes.
But anyways,
Yes.
uh,
Okay.
I've lost my train of thought. Well, I was gonna rip you one, uh, but you kind of threw me off with
Oh, you
calling
should
us
be over
friends.
here. I ripped myself one. It smells terrible.
Oh, great. No. Fuck, damn it. All right, maybe we gotta move on because I had something really in particular. Oh yeah, yes. So my wife, once again, not from this country, sees that we like give away couches, and like this couch was kind of nice. I mean, it wasn't the couch we wanted, but it was certainly in good condition. She says, like,
Yeah.
I found this couch brand new at this. We went to Harkness, and she said it was like $1,000. Why are you giving it away?
Yeah.
Shut up. On Craigslist, I put it up there for $20.
Wait. You put your Harkness couch up for $20?
Not my Harkness couch. I had my used couch, my former couch.
Okay, the Cooties couch.
The Cooties couch. I was trying to give it
Okay,
away because we wanted a new couch.
Yeah. The one with rats in it.
It didn't have rats in it. That was the one from back in my house
Well,
in
it
East
could have
Tacoma.
rats in it, right?
No, that was the house from East Tacoma. Do you remember that red one?
Like less less likely to have rats in it than like the Harkness couch, but like more likely to.
No, you're mistaking the couches. I've had a lot of couches over the years, okay?
All right,
I had my
okay.
couch that I picked off the street from East Tacoma. That
Right.
was that couch probably had rats. Then I
Yes.
had the couch I got from someone's garage. That one didn't have rats, but I did give that up. And the point I'm trying to make is that we throw shit away and like it shocks other cultures. She could not believe the fact that I was just going to give away this couch that she thought was worth $1,000, and I said, "Mary, look at the prices on all these Craigslist couches. No one's going to pay $1,000 for a secondhand couch, let alone a third-hand couch, which I had actually technically."
No, of
No,
course not.
exactly, and she just couldn't believe it, and I actually had trouble giving it away. Goodwill wouldn't take it. It was frustrating.
Well, hey man, it's like you got a fireplace?
I'm not gonna burn the couch. You environmentalist fuck.
Well, no, I'm just saying because I don't have a fireplace and I'd like know how it is.
I love having a fireplace. I love being
great.
outside of Tacoma where I have like beyond the burn ban. I can burn.
Yeah. So should I get one, like, or not? Like, and I'm like really asking here.
Oh wait, you want a fireplace?
Well, I'm saying like, I'm really asking you a question, like, but you're like kind of blowing me off, you know?
Are you looking to put a chimney in your living room?
Well, I've got a chimney, like I just don't know. I don't know I have a fireplace or anything, like just want to know if it's like worth it.
Wait, so
you know?
what is it attached to, like a wood burning stove or what?
No, it's just like a chimney that goes way up to the ceiling, like ends in nothing, basically. Like, could have put a fireplace in, could have not, like whatever.
I've been in your place a lot and I don't recognize this. I don't remember.
Bullshit.
Okay, you've been drinking whiskey, I can tell. All right.
Me too. Like I can smell it.
Moving on. Okay. I'm going to get back onto the main topic here. Have you seen the movie Fido?
Fido, I have not seen.
All right.
Should I have?
No, that one's shit. I just mentioned it because it's probably the more better known films of the ones on my list.
All right.
It's shit. It's boring. It's not good.
Well, you
but-
asked me any trauma movie. I've seen many trauma movies.
Okay, so this I don't know about if this is a trauma movie, but a movie that
Okay.
you should watch if you get the chance
Right.
is Ginger Dead Man 2: Passion of the Crust.
Okay, so this is a movie I have heard of. I have not seen.
You don't need to watch the first one. There's no context. Nothing
Right.
matters. Just watch the second one, and the second one is fucking hilarious. Okay, so it's literally just like a mobster in the form of it's kind of like Chucky, it's the little
Right.
demon thing. a total ripoff. Except instead of a
Yeah.
doll, it's a gingerbread man. And he's on a film set for, I think, a porno, if I remember correctly. And and he's killing people
Probably
systematically.
trauma.
Yeah, yeah. This is a movie that's worth watching.
Okay.
Any sort of little bastard movie that you can think of is definitely worth watching.
Well, can I bring up another little bastard movie?
Go right ahead.
Well, like for instance, like Leprechaun, which I almost chose. Like you and I have been talking about, doing a post or no, I'm sorry, a pre 2020 what's that
Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's the that's the holiday in November. Oh no, I mean October. Okay, so a pre-October, pre-Halloween get together. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Leprechaun seemed to be a good film. Have you seen this movie?
I have not seen Leprechaun, but I think it's a little too mainstream.
Well, I mean, you'd be right because Jennifer Aniston is the main character, and
she?
The guy from Willow.
Wait.
Have you seen Willow?
Yeah, I've seen Willow. It's like
Okay.
it's George Lucas's attempt to basically steal Lord of the Rings.
I don't know how you could do that 12 years before it actually happened, but
Well, not the
Anyway.
movie itself, but he's trying to create his own version of Lord of the Rings without having to get the rights to Lord of the Rings.
you talking about Willow? Willow was a fucking it was not Lord of the Rings.
It's a fairy tale in a fantasy land with dwarves and wizards. It's a everything.
if that's
No,
the
no,
only,
hold on. I have to address this.
That's the only criteria. Come on.
I am saying that a lot of people don't give credit where credit is due. Most modern fantasy owes almost everything to Tolkien.
I don't know about that, man.
Tolkien, what came before Tolkien?
Tolkien was a total fucking nerd, and everyone laughed at his ass.
I'm not talking about the author. I'm talking about his writing.
Nobody.
Like,
I don't care about his writing.
you should.
Okay. I do care about his writing because I've read all of his writing.
Okay.
Have you read the Silmarillion?
No, because I have a life.
Jesus Christ. Well, the Silmarillion was published by his sons, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
You've heard about this thing, okay?
Well, I've only heard the fact that obviously Tolkien expanded upon his universe as many fantasy writers like to do.
Yeah.
But he didn't publish it. I get it.
Okay. But let me ask you, honestly, who gives a shit if you talk about small people in a book? Is that only Tolkien's thing? Just because the guy thought about talking about small people, seriously, is that the only person that can ever talk about small people?
Yeah, he has basically first rights on it.
Bullshit.
I'm not saying
Who
he
gives a
invented
shit?
the idea of little people. I'm just saying that he basically gets claim to all of them forever.
Bullshit. It's stupid.
I know it's stupid, but I'm sticking with it.
I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, can you tell me another major
Stick with it or
story?
you die. We should be
Can you-
about an hour, 2 hours and a half.
Can you Can you name me another major story pre-Tolkien that didn't address little people? Halflings.
I don't know, man. Wasn't
can think
Wizard
of
of Oz in that category?
Wizard of Oz was after Tolkien? Oh no, wait, maybe what?
I think it was before Tolkien.
Really? Oh man, that's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, because I think when I for
Well, I
whatever
don't know
reason,
if I'm right. I've not looked this up on
Okay,
I've
yeah.
not looked it up.
But
But whatever. But I
it's
just don't
po-
think it's. I don't think he predated that.
it's very possible. But those are Munchkins. It's different.
They're fucking small people. Come on.
I can be very technical about it though. But
No one
is
would
it-
argue
does it-
that shit.
Is it kind of? Is it?
19,
Hold on.
what
Hold
was
on.
the
Hold on.
film,
Hold on.
Put out 1940s. Come on.
Does
Tolkien was a fucking kid. He's a 13-year-old.
Hold on,
He's in South Africa, this motherfucker.
let's move on. I have a question for you. Do you?
All right.
So Tolkien is the closest thing we have to what we could call modern day mythology, in my mind. Does it feel?
Whoa. You got to negate everything Trump has said on Twitter.
Let it go. All right, but Is it weird to you that like Tolkien feels like much older fiction than it should be? What I mean by that is
No,
like
no, 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 no,
Tolkien.
no,
I don't.
no,
When
no,
he
no,
wrote
no,
Lord of the
no, no.
Rings,
No, no, stop.
it's recent
Stop your fucking mouth.
history.
Like,
It's
stop
recent
it.
literature.
Stop it. Stop breathing. No, no, literature you should read right away. Like good literature you should understand right away. So if you like all of a sudden like realize like Tolkien's literature, like you're like 100% right. There's nothing to it. Like he is what embodies literature. Like it is, the word is like the diction's like a certain like type. It has a certain mood to it. You have a feel of it, and it doesn't break it. And so that is literature. It's like you are completely right.
Would you put it in the same category that you would maybe put Beowulf? Because those are fictions that are written like
not in
1,000.
the sense that Beowulf was like lost to ages.
Okay, but that's my point. Is like Tolkien feels like it should be much older fiction than we actually perceive it to be, because it's relatively recent in terms of literature's timeline, but in terms of its like impact, its meaning, its historical place, it feels much older than it actually is. That's my only. It's so
the thing
it is
about, like,
it is as important as the Odyssey or the Iliad or Dante's or the Divine Comedy or any kind of great literature we've had. It's up there. Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh man,
And
like I don't know if you can compare it to the Iliad.
I'm not comparing it like for its merit as a story. Its impact.
No, like that's not what I'm saying about the Iliad.
Okay.
The Iliad is about like fighting a war for a woman.
Okay.
Like Lord of the Rings is fighting a war.
No,
for good and evil.
No, it's not just about. It's not
so
just
different.
It's not just about good and evil. I mean, yes, that's essentially what it is about.
It is like it's really just about good and evil.
It's
like,
about
it's a very simple story.
It's more than that. It's about how power can corrupt. Remember when Galadriel is offered the ring?
Mm-hmm.
She believes that
is Galadriel one of the elves?
Yes, it's the idea that power can corrupt, even if it's made for the sense of good. It can like corrupt, and that's a great message. I think that is as impactful as whatever the message was trying to preach from the Iliad.
Okay, I think like honestly, I do think the Lord of the Rings, like the three books, like the trilogy that made that up, was like super skillfully done. If you don't know, like Tolkien made up his own language. This is like akin to Star Trek making up their own like language for Klingons. I mean, like people like go for it just as much as that.
Could I just interrupt you for a second? Because as a Trekkie that you are.
Well, I'm not. I've never been to a Trek convention. Like,
let it go. It's okay.
No,
it's okay to be a Trekkie.
No. Seriously, like I think it's a badge of honor. To be honest, like I'm not like trying to fight it here. I'm just saying, like, I think if you like are a Trekkie, you must have gone to a convention. I haven't been to one. So
have you watched every episode of the original series?
I've watched every episode twice of every series.
Okay, you're a Trekkie. It's not you don't have to go to a convention. You understand the lore of Star Trek.
All right,
did
fine.
Gene Roddenberry create the language,
no,
or was
Gene Roddenberry can suck on my like dick, like in his dead like 10-year-old grave or like whatever. Like who gives a shit?
I'm asking the question because did J.R.R. Tolkien create the language? Because as far as I know, I think Elvish was written for the movies, and he had like sort of a No, did he actually create his own language? Because I know that like Klingon is an actual language now, but did Gene Roddenberry write the language, or did like people just run with it?
Okay, Roddenberry like started, but the people like spread it. The difference between Roddenberry and Tolkien is like Tolkien was way much more of like how do I put it? Like he was smarter, dude.
You think? Wait. You think Roddenberry was smarter than Tolkien?
No, Tolkien.
Oh, Tolkien was smarter than Roddenberry.
No, yeah, Tolkien like he definitely created that language. Like it's a real language. Like
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I thought that the
Yeah.
Elvish language was made for the movies,
No.
and that maybe
Oh
like
no no no
maybe Tolkien had basically written out some passages in some
no.
pseudo like pseudo language bullshit, and like said, "Oh, this means this."
No, read the Silmarillion. You'll understand like, if you
I'm
read
not gonna read the Silmarillion because once again, I have a wife.
that.
I
Yeah,
don't.
well, you also have like about 70 years of life left in your body. Do
Yeah,
something with it.
I hope I can fill my 70 years without having to read the Silmarillion.
You're a bullshitter.
I'm proud of it.
All right.
All right, no. Moving on. So we
Okay.
covered Evil Dead 2. We covered
Well, we
Ginger.
didn't cover much Evil Dead 2.
I'll keep talking about Evil Dead 2 because that's my favorite horror comedy or
Okay,
B
well,
movie.
please, because like I think I did watch Evil Dead a long time ago, but like recently I was, like, okay, like so if the viewers don't know, I am a family man. I have a family in Tacoma, and we have been locked down for nearly a year.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah, it seems like it. So we've decided, like recently, like we wanted to recreate some of the things we did with our exchange student who was here for about 6 or 7 months of like the pandemic. And one of those things we did was go to the Tacoma Antique Mall, which is on like 90th maybe, like, and South Tacoma Way. So
I like that one. Yeah, actually, I bought my my Christmas gifts for my family the last 3 years. It's always my tradition is to go there
oh yeah,
Christmas Eve and just last minute shop.
oh yeah, great place. We spent honestly, like like I thought 45 minutes would be good, like, but about like 2 hours and 45 minutes into it
Holy hell.
is when we left.
That's a long time. I mean, you must have sat everything twice. More than that.
No, exactly. Everything twice. And then they said to us on the way out, like, hey, we're putting about 200 more shops upstairs in the next month. So just so
Holy
you know,
hell.
like, it's like a 3 hour like excursion, like, for now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we did spend $100 there, like, at least. But
Did you get anything
I
good?
got what?
Did you get anything good?
Well, yeah, I got Evil Dead 2 and the Army of Darkness.
Oh, they had DVDs. I didn't know that.
Evil Dead 2 I watched tonight. So one of the great things, like, we were talking about like movies, right?
That was the whole basis of this podcast. Yes. Hold on.
Right.
Can you can talk or you don't have to, but I have to take a restroom break and fix a drink.
Oh yeah.
And I'll cut this part out.
Okay, well, I am going to take a drink break as well because I'm out.
Okay. Cool. Be back in like 30 seconds.
Me too. You still there?
Hello.
Yeah, you puke it all out already?
I got to keep this figure.
Oh, me too. I puked twice.
Good. You're committed. All right, and we're back.
And we're back.
What were we talking about? We've moved past Tolkien.
We're talking about like
Evil-
Tolkien and
No.
whether or not Tolkien was an actual thing.
No. Hold on. We moved past that. We were on Evil Dead 2. We're back
Okay.
on Evil Dead 2. So you had some thoughts on more on that, or what?
No, not really.
Great.
Although, like,
Let's move on to Army of Darkness then. What are your thoughts about Army of Darkness?
well, I think it's the best. Like, if you think about, like, which I don't consider like one of the best, like Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 is great. And some of the things like that Bruce Campbell does in that movie are amazing. Like, just the fact that, like, when his hand is possessed, he like throws himself into like a 360, like into a back flop on the floor. Amazing. Like, who else is going to do that shit?
I think Bruce Campbell's an underrated actor. He's a very good physical comedian.
Man, I think he's an underrated like stunt man.
Yeah. But do you think that Army of Darkness is better than Evil Dead 2?
I think it is 100%. Like, I was watching Evil Dead 2 tonight, listening for Bruce Campbell's like one-liners, and like they weren't coming.
See, That's the part that I think a lot of it's going to divide the fans because
No.
no, hold on. There are those that think that Evil Dead was all about Ash and his quips and his ego and his.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, hold on. That's Army of Darkness. And then there are
Okay.
those that think that Evil Dead was about the blending of horror and comedy, and those people probably prefer Evil Dead 2. Because Evil Dead 2 is much more of a straight-up horror movie, even though it has very comedic parts. It's very funny.
Okay.
But Army of Darkness is like a traditional just action movie.
Well, listen, like,
Is there any point in Army of Darkness that even slightly startles you?
no.
I
Can I explain this?
I would hold on. I want to make one more point. In Evil Dead
Go
2,
for it.
his
Go for it.
headless girlfriend's skeleton charges him with a chainsaw, and he bats him with like a. Evil Dead 2 is amazing. Evil Dead 2 is amazing. But go ahead, defend Army of Darkness, the clearly inferior film.
All right, listen. There is a reason why, and I'm going to speak from a generational point of view. And this doesn't usually happen on your show, I'm sure, because like you and your co-host are the same generation. But I'm about a half a generation ahead of you.
You're very generous
So-
with your age. Just call yourself a generation older.
Oh, fine. Like, what the fuck? Like, whatever.
Well, just don't beat around the bush.
I don't
Just
even
call
understand
it.
generations. Like,
I don't
I'm just gonna
either,
say
but
half
don't.
a generation. Just
I
to
don't-
give you, like,
Hold
like
on,
the,
hold
like,
on.
You know, the framework of living with a generation.
I know. Hold on. I'm just don't beat around the bush. Don't try to defend your age. You're a Gen Xer. I'm a millennial. I don't know what they mean. I don't care what they mean, but they are two different generations. So you're not a half
Fine.
generation anything.
If I'm a Gen Xer, like I said, so
It means you don't care about shit. That's what Gen X is known for. Being rebellious against nothing and not caring about anything.
All right. So because I was not rebellious against anything, and it was still about the year 2000, I watched Army of Darkness. Okay. And this is one of the two films in my house that became an every week watch. All right. Why? Why was Army of Darkness and wait, hang on a second. Mr. Moore, would you care to guess which the other movie was that became maybe once a month fodder for our household?
I'm gonna guess it's one of two films. If it's either Pulp Fiction or From Dusk Till Dawn.
More B.
From Dusk Till
Oh
Dawn.
no, more.
More-
Much more B.
More B than From Dusk Till Dawn? God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Toxic Avenger.
That would be the favorite guess.
Okay, what is it then? I mean those are my
Well, I
guesses.
gotta remember the title. I don't know.
You mean Pulp Fiction wasn't a staple in your house?
No, it was not actually.
Oh man,
No, that was years before. That was 95, I think.
when did you go to college?
97.
Well, that's
98.
right. That's perfect
That was my
timeline.
first years.
It matches up. See, I would say people who went to college in the late '90s, Big Lebowski would be the quintessential college
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
That was one of them. But the other one was what's the sci-fi movie with the gigantic brain?
Oh,
alien?
Starship Troopers. That's that's awesome.
Starship Troopers, Starship Troopers and Army of Darkness were the two movies. By the way,
It's funny you bring up Starship Troopers because you actually lent me the book, and I remember because I remember reading about the book because the movie and the book are so different.
they suck, don't they?
The books, well, I mean, it depends on how you view it. The book is
No, it sucks.
okay. The book,
I don't want you to disagree with me here because if you do, I will have to hang up on you.
I don't care which one sucks and which one doesn't. The movie is obviously amazing and it's better. But the book takes itself very seriously. Robert Heinlein, when I was reading, he's not really trying to tell a story. He's trying to preach his philosophy through a book.
Right.
And the movie is obviously much different. The movie is just fun and better.
Well, no, the movie's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
The book, like you know, like sucks ass.
It doesn't suck. It
Like,
just depends on how you
no,
read it.
dude, like no, it doesn't suck dick. Like, sucking dick is like pleasurable. But sucking ass
Whoa!
might be uncomfortable. Like for most of us. Like
We just
for the
found whose
90%.
wife is a beard here. It's not mine. Did you just say sucking a dick is pleasurable?
Well, for like other people, like but for me, like sucking ass like would like not like make sense.
All right, this podcast has gone far off the rails. How many drinks are you in?
I think it already has. Like it always has. But like, let me ask you a question here. Like,
Sure, go ahead.
I fucking forgot.
Once again, how many drinks have you had?
I don't know. Like I fucking forgot. Okay. No. Like the question was actually legitimate. It's coming. I might have it. But before I ask, was there anything you wanted to ask?
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, it's not so much ass. I have a little story. Maybe you can comment. So, from what I remember about Starship Troopers, the director who made Starship Troopers never read the book because he found it boring. He said he read the first chapter and he found it boring. So, he had a proofreader just basically give him a synopsis, and he made the movie based on the synopsis. So, it's not fair. I'm sure if Robert Heinlein was alive to see the movie, I don't know if he was, actually. Maybe he was. He probably would disavow it. But what do you think? Do you think that there is a sort of duty for filmmakers to portray a piece of fiction accurately?
Accurately, as to the first piece, no. And like, there's a good reason. I mean, it's the same reason like you ask somebody to proofread somebody or something. If you're a proofreader, then you've given the responsibility to tell a story. And if like what the proofreader is supposed to do is to tell a story is true to like whatever aspect or ratio or like whatever like is happening in like the environment of the story, to get it right. And so, like if you sell your story to a studio and they change it, like that's out of your that's out of your hands. Like unless you're, for instance, like if you're J.K. Rowling, who sold her story to be told as a movie, but like kept the rights as somebody like or as I think she kept the rights as editor. Like I cannot remember what she kept the rights as. But she was able to change like the output of the movie, to make sure like it matched with her story like the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is the concept known as death of the author.
Yeah.
The argument being like when a piece of fiction or a piece of art or a piece of work is completed, it doesn't belong to the creator anymore. It belongs to the public that consumes it. And any interpretation they have of that piece of art is legitimate. So if I were to read Harry Potter and I thought it'd be better with Star Trek, like blended in somehow.
Sure.
That is a legitimate interpretation of Harry Potter. Harry Potter is not fighting with Voldemort. He's fighting with the fuck. Oh man. Fuck. What is the? I'm already gonna blank. What is the warg? The
Borg.
The
dude.
Borg.
Borg.
God, the Borg. He's not fighting Voldemort. He's fighting the Borg, and that's a legitimate interpretation.
Harry Potter versus the Borg Queen.
Yeah, sure. That's a legitimate interpretation of the fiction that I read.
I don't see why not.
Okay.
No, honestly, like if it's if it's represented to the universe can take it and like represent it as anything else in the universe, like whatever.
Okay, but as an English teacher, how do you critique? Okay, so I'm sure you have to review a lot of students' book reviews of what they got out of the novel. I don't pick a novel in the top of your head that you've had to teach. Is any critique of the novel that you had to teach as legitimate as any other? As in, like, how do you grade someone down? How do you grade someone down? Is it because, like, he read it this way and clearly it's wrong? No.
No, why would I ever like look for that
Well, no, like,
as a teacher? Like, look for the students, like
if you're teaching
full
Lord of the
ability to
Flies,
understand
if you're
something,
teaching
like,
Lord
no.
of the Flies and someone wants to make a 3 or 5 page
No.
paper about how Piggy represented, I don't know, like male chauvinism. I don't fucking know. You're gonna just go like,
No, listen,
okay, well,
stop.
okay.
Stop. I've actually like, had a great paper about how Jack is the best leader of all.
He is. He
In
really
Lord of the Flies.
is. He doesn't put up
No.
with shit.
Of course he is. Like, he beats the shit out of his kids.
Yeah.
He doesn't put up with nothing. Like he turns them to like they're completely like manufactured like organisms like at the end of like the book for him.
He's a great leader.
No, but like let me explain to you how loose I am as a teacher. All right, so what's your favorite Jack Nicholson film?
Oh, shit. It'd have to be a toss-up between Batman and The Shining.
Uh-huh. Oh, for me, absolutely not, my friend.
What is
It's
it?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, that's a great film too.
It's a great film. Okay. So, do you recall the heartbreaking thing that happens at the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey?
Yeah, the character gets a lobotomy.
Well, that's not the most unfortunate thing that happens to the character.
Oh?
Do you remember the very end?
No. Well, they kill him.
Who?
Jack Nicholson's character. What's his name? Red? No, it's not Red.
It's Red.
It's Red, right?
Yeah.
They have yeah, he gets killed because it's better to
They.
be. It's better to be.
Who's the they?
Who's they?
Who's the they you're talking about?
Did I say they? I'm lost.
You said they. Yeah.
What did I say exactly? Because I'm already lost.
They kill him.
The Indian guy, right?
Completely. Oh God, yes. It's the main character. If you've never read you really, if you've never only seen the film, you must remember the book. Like you must read the book because it's amazing, and it's written about the Northwest, which is like so uncommon.
Really?
Oh yeah, but Chief Bromden.
Oh, is it written in his point of view?
Absolutely.
Oh, I've never read the book. Ken Kesey?
I've taught this like last 5 years of my AP classes. Like you wonder what the bullshit teachers teach their students now. It is Ken Kesey out of the Pacific Northwest, who is like taking the reins here.
You should teach Chuck Palahniuk. He's a Northwest writer.
I will dip into Chuck Palahniuk when I can like convince like my like the 5 other teachers like at my school to like delve into him. But like I think Ken Kesey was like a big win. At the end of the book, Chief Bromden kills Red. Okay, he smothers him to death,
but it's a
because,
mercy kill.
What's that?
It's a mercy kill.
It's for sure a mercy kill. It releases the character, like Red's character, to go back into like the atmosphere of the world, and to be himself again, which he cannot be with a lobotomy.
Yeah, it's better to be a free spirit than a living drone.
Correct. And that is one of the best movies I've ever like witnessed, from script all the way to film.
So of all the film adaptations to literature, great literature that you've seen, would you put One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest high in the ranking?
Well, I think for every like really serious student out there, watching the film first and then watching the book and like reading it is definitely it's a true experience, which you cannot say for a lot of like book to film movies. Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure where we're going with that, but like,
no, I was trying to think of my favorite book to film adaptation,
uh-huh.
but I was trying to think of a comical one.
Ooh, that's so hard.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, the Time Machine, but not like the 1960s one, like the 2002 one that was shit.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's shit. But I don't know.
It's the one with like Guy Pearce, right?
I don't know.
No, no. If you look it up right now, it's gonna say Guy Pearce.
I'm sure you're right. My point is, okay, now I have to type in worst film adaptation of
Guy
all
Pearce.
time. Of a
Time
book.
Machine, Guy Pearce.
It's got to be up there. Worst film adaptation of book of all time. Let me think. I was just
Guy
thinking
Pearce.
like Forrest Gump was based on a book. That surprises me.
You know, like Forrest Gump gets he like that film still gets a lot of shit.
The Dark Tower was made into a movie?
What?
The Dark Tower, Stephen King's movie about the gunslinger.
Oh yeah, well of course.
That was made into a movie. God, I love that book.
No, like back in the late 90s or 80s.
No. It says 2017. There was a movie, The Dark Tower.
Motherfucker, you're right. You're like fucking pulling my chain.
No, there was I'm looking at it right now. 10 of the worst book to film adaptions ever, and number 4 on the list, Dark Tower, 2017, 16% Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, like who watched that shit? Like what particular platform was it on?
I don't know. I mean, this like way over my head because I love those books and I didn't even know it was ever adapted. The Giver is another book I loved, and I didn't know that was a movie either.
No, The Giver's been a movie for a long time.
What? Man, I'm so out of touch.
No. It's because like a lot of teachers refuse to like show it.
Why? Well, what's wrong? Oh, the movie is just that bad, or what?
No, I think the book was so good.
The book is really good. That's one of my favorite books as a kid.
It's one of my favorite books as an adult.
I don't know because like you and I are older. I mean, difference in age, but
it doesn't matter. Honestly, I mean, my oldest daughter, I will have her read it this year, like for sure.
That's a really good book. I mean, I have to watch the movie now because like I didn't know that was a movie. I mean, I'm a little skeptical now.
Listen, like it doesn't watching the movie does not matter.
I'm a little skeptical now because it is ranked among the worst book adaptions. So maybe
you shouldn't watch.
Yeah, I know, but you kind of well, okay. In some ways, that's legitimate because I am a huge. The thing I grew up most on was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was the fucking coolest thing when I was a kid. And then they made it into a movie, and I swore to God I would never watch it because it looked like shit, and everyone says it's shit. I will die without having to see the movie because
I will not. Like, I've never, like...
Well, you didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z.
I don't even know about it, like, honestly.
Well, because you didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z. It's not a big deal to you. It's like Transformers for, like... Whatever. I don't know what the fuck you grew up with.
I don't even give a shit about Transformers. Like, when I was 4, I realized, like, Transformers were too expensive for my parents' like Christmas catalog.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Oh, fuck. Easy. It was Scooby-Doo. Like, fuck you.
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo was, like, so plain Jane. Like, it was, like, too easy.
Scooby-Doo. My God damn it. So, like, how do you feel about the Scooby-Doo movie?
The live-action first one was amazing.
I believe it. With the CGI and everything.
I jerk off with it, like, to this day.
Okay, to be fair, that, like, one of my biggest crushes growing up on was, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and she's in that movie. So, totally cool. That's a great show. Fuck. What's his name? Joss Whedon. He is an amazing like storyteller.
Joss.
Oh, sorry. But
Joss Whedon.
Yeah, he's an amazing storyteller. He made Firefly, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He did other things, I'm sure. But those two things alone make him pretty cool.
No, the guy is cool. Like legit. Totally.
All right. Hey, we've been chatting now for almost about an hour, so might have to log off here in a bit.
Okay, whatever you're up to, man.
Yeah. Any last thoughts you want to share?
Well, yeah, I'd like to share a couple things.
Nothing profane.
No, nothing profane. Like nothing.
Or
Okay.
offensive.
Or ephemeran. So like one of the things like I want to like want to make sure like this viewership is understanding.
We have 9 subscribers. Don't be generous.
Yeah, like all 5 of you out there.
Okay.
Um, the first person to ever introduce me even to like the idea of a B movie was somebody that was like, how do I put it like in a way that's not evil?
Evil?
Might have had, yeah, like might have had like a
Who the fuck introduced you to B movies? It's like a child rapist or something? What the hell?
no, but somebody like not very smart, and who would never be very smart in their
Smart.
lifetime.
Okay, but let's draw a distinction between dumb and evil. There's
Let's go
nothing.
ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah.
You do it.
Okay, I'll just say it right there. Dumb is not evil. So, who?
No, but dumb was like very much so the thing when I met my friend Mike, who worked at AMC Theaters on Mildred in Tacoma, like Tacoma slash University Place,
Go Tacoma.
who
Woo.
everyone thought was like a total moron, and like to be honest, he was, but he had the best like idea of like what was good out there for like in B movies versus like like streamlined movies.
Well, he had a sophistication about him that other people didn't understand.
Nobody would understand because no one wanted to tolerate it.
No, B movies are. There's. If film is made for our own enjoyment and we get enjoyment out of watching shit, then
Right.
is there anything wrong with that? I mean, film doesn't have to be high art or high culture. It can be just like popcorn filth. And actually, it's not even just popcorn filth because most of the joy you get out of watching B movies is coming up with clever taunts with your friends.
Right.
It actually is engaging more than an actual. It's almost as engaging as watching something like Schindler's List. Swear to
Right.
God, it
But
actually
you have
engages
to be
the
willing
audience.
to engage in that. Like otherwise, it becomes like something like it's like inane.
Yeah, like
You
Marvel
don't
movies.
want, like you don't want to watch it because like there's no fun in it.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that. There are movies out there that are just brainless.
That's what you want to avoid.
B movies, yeah, but B movies, that's the thing. B movies are by far not brainless.
Well, you have to find the people that believe that.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the key, and that's my message to our audience out there right now. If you're alone, which if you're listening to this podcast, then you probably are, find someone out there that find someone out there who can share in the
You
madness.
suck.
God damn you. All right. For Tina
we
and
all
Karen,
suck.
yeah, for Tina and
Okay.
Karen do the tube. I am Karen.
I am not Tina.
All right. Stay safe and stay hydrated. We love y'all.
I might love you
Bye.
if you like do a good review.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.